Hello everyone and welcome to this week's scripting tutorial. In this one, it's going to be a main tutorial, a little bit shorter, but I'm going to be going over an important topic, and that is global and local variables. Now this is basically knowing how to scope your variables and make sure certain data is accessible to all bits of the code, or certain data is accessible to specific bits of the code. And this will give you more control overall over your organization and allow you to have a lot more things that make sense, as well as limit the use of certain types of data. So in this tutorial, we're going to be making a script that's going to tell us exactly the value of variables as we move through different layers of functions, and it's going to let us know what they are, and we're also going to look for errors like this of why certain variables outside of where they belong will give you errors and how to avoid that. Before we get started, just want to remind you down below, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel. And of course, down below you can follow us on GitHub and Instagram to get updates on code, and as well as when videos come out live. If you haven't joined the Discord already, it's grown quite a lot recently. We have lots of different channels now for supporters and members of the channel, as well as things of where to get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, tutorial ideas, and much more. And speaking of members, you can join the channel and become a member and help support me, as well as get cool emojis and badges and other cool perks for becoming a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP. These are the different tiers that you can join at to get to cool different things like weekly private streams, monthly streams, code and videos in advance, and much more. And this week, I'm going to give a shout out to our premium supporter, Rodrigo, who has been very active on the Discord, asking lots of questions and helping where he can, even though he's learning. He's our premium supporter right now, and thank you so much for your support. This tutorial is for you. So now back into the tutorial itself. This has been requested by quite a few people actually, so this can be a video I can reference to them later, or just to teach the people who are more curious on it now. We'll go ahead and start by creating a new script, and the first thing we're going to do is just write a variable, and I'm going to call this my global bool. This is going to be something that we can keep track of on a global scale because it's not enclosed in any function. Anything that's sort of on the outer layer, the root layer of your script, is going to be a global object. So I can set this equal to false, or I can set it equal to any value type like 1. So I'm going to just give it a value, and that's going to be something that I can track basically in any function, or in sometimes even when you include in other scripting files. So for example, if I create a function called, I don't know, maybe function A, just something really simple for this case, and I go ahead and alert my global bool inside of here. We need to first run the function called A as well. That's going to give me false. And what I can actually do inside of my function here is take my global variable and change its value. And that way, once I come back out globally, once I'm done running this, all this is going to do is when I run A, it's going to change the value of my global variable. So after I'm done changing the value, let's alert it. And we should see that it's now true, because globally we can access this in any function, and we can change the value even not on a global scale. We can change it within a local function as well. So now inside of our function A, let's go ahead and define a local bool. We'll just call this a variable called local bool, and this is going to be something only accessible inside of this function here called A. First I'll set it equal to false, and what we can do now is alert our local bool, and this is of course going to give us false. Now what we can also do is create a secondary function. We can go even deeper, because a lot of times in programming you're going to be going many levels deep in order to execute and organize your code. So maybe in here we want to alert our global bool again, and also let's run B right after we do A. So we're going to first set our global bool, run A, set a couple of our bool values here, alert our local bool, and go into the B function. And what I can do to make this a little bit more understandable is add some text as well that just says the local bool variable is equal to this, and the global bool is equal to this. So now when I run it, first thing, of course, local bool is false because we just defined it locally, and it's going to be false. Then we're going to now run into the B function, which alerts our global bool. And because we just changed that previously in our A function, and we have global access, we're going to get the actual value of it. Now, if we went inside of B and instead did our local bool, which is, at this point, it's only local to A. So if I run this, our local bool starts at false, and then I'm gonna get an error. It says local bool is undefined. Basically what this means is it doesn't have this variable created anywhere that makes sense. But what we can do now is send our local bool in as an argument. In order to make a local variable accessible in other areas, you need to pass it as an argument or as a return sometimes. So what we can do is grab our local bool and pass that in as an argument, which will transfer whatever the data inside of that variable is inside of the first argument of B. So now we need to define what that is in B. Let's change the name so it's not confusing. We'll just call this our bool, or we can even just say like test bool. And I'm going to change this to our test bool. So our test bool is really just going to be our local bool, but we're increasing where it can be localized to. So first we're going to get local bool is equal to false, and then our test bool, which again is really our local bool, is equal to false as well. So that's the way that we can take that local variable and make it accessible in other ways. But remember, we have full access to global variables in any function, no matter how deep we go, and then we can still access them afterwards, but local variables are not going to be accessible in that way. In order to make a local variable accessible in other functions or in other places, you're going to have to pass it as an argument or sometimes even as a return. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. That's how to use global and local variables inside of scripting. Basically a whole guide on how to access them in different scopes, how to make sure that you're using them right, and how to avoid getting errors when you're trying to use a local variable where it doesn't belong. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and down below hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below, and in the description you can follow us on GitHub and Instagram to get updates on code and live videos. Join the Discord and get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, and many other things, and join the large growing community we have. And of course, you can join and help support the channel as a member on YouTube, as a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP, and get cool perks at the same time. Thanks for watching this quick main video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.